For 12 in your town today, what is old is new again. Sure, you can play video games on your phone. I'm sure you do all the time, right, Christina?
Oh, that's me.
Yeah, this next store celebrates newer games and games of years past. The owner of Retro Replayed in Burton is keeping the nostalgia alive.
The original owner started in 2010.
Retro Replayed off Saginaw Street in Burton is a treasure trove for gamers.
They will find an assortment of retro video games all the way to next-gen video games like PlayStation 5. We just added comic books in a year ago. We're starting to carry toys and cards.
Kyle Wojtylko was an employee when the old owner was ready for something new.
I was like, I'll buy the store. So I bought it.
That was 4 years ago.
I was like scared, like, you know, I'm only 28, I was 24 at the time, so I was like young and I never owned a business, never ran a business. So I kind of just jumped in feet first and here we are.
Not only will you find a variety of video games and gaming consoles, there's plenty of movies in the movie room.
I'm a huge movie buff, so the games kind of came second. So I have an expansive knowledge of movies and I'm still working on like learning more about games. I get educated a lot by customers on, you know, why this game's good or why it's not.
But it's those vintage video games that keep customers coming back. A lot of the games are trade-ins from customers, while others Kyle buys at conventions.
I sell the gaming systems, consoles, accessories, anything that, you know, would go with the game, I sell.
Some of them dating back decades.
The oldest games I have right now are the original Nintendo. For Super Nintendo, my favorite was always Super Godzilla. There's probably 15,000 games, if not more, in here. I like to brag to people that, you know, they come and they say they have big game collections, and I'm like, actually, I have the biggest game collection.
He says his store attracts a wide range of customers.
It definitely ranges, especially age-wise. Like, you get people who are, you know, 40s and 50s that gravitate towards the retro stuff, and then you get people that are younger that gravitate towards, like, the next-gen stuff.
For many, it's a trip down memory lane.
I do get a lot of people that come in that they'll, like, impulsively be like, you know, oh, I had this game for the N64 when I was a kid, and, you know, I'd love to play it again, and they get the whole setup in their games, and then they start building a collection off of that.
He says it's encouraging to see younger people interested in some of the so-called old stuff.
I'm always excited, especially when they're like a younger, you know, generation that are interested in the older games. That always like gets me excited because it shows that the hobby's still alive.
Even though sometimes those customers are harder to impress.
I mean, a lot of them will buy the old stuff and then complain about how the graphics suck.
Even so, Kyle says video games aren't just for the nerds, they're for everyone to enjoy.
They are for everyone. They're for, you know, you could be working construction or an office job, you can come home, you can relax and play a game. There's something for everyone.
You know, when I asked him in the world of like Amazon, eBay, all that stuff, how do you keep it going? He says his customer service is what sets him apart. Kyle does his very best to track down items a customer may be looking for.
Very cool.
Yeah, he's also involved in the local community. This year he sponsored the Grand Blanc yearbook and is looking to sponsor the football team later this year too.
That's awesome.
So, making waves, but I definitely felt a wave of nostalgia walking back in there.
Oh yeah, how can you not, looking at some of those old games? That was funny how he said people, you know, the younger generation will come in and complain about the graphics on the older games, but that's all part of it.
Well, they're kind of relics, you know, you got to keep history alive.
Yeah.